All right. Hold on a minute. I hate that I don't know if I'm live. I don't know. I hate it that I don't know. It's bothering me. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Yes, it says starting. Does that mean that I'm live? I don't know. This new format of the way YouTube does the chats. Yes. There we go. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. Yay, it's working. It's funny because it's on a delay, so it just came up that it's working. So, hi everybody, welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. Thanks so much for being here. I'm still working out the kinks with the way YouTube now has this stuff set up. I definitely need a sip of coffee. Oh yay! So this week I fixed the streaming thing where it was streaming in 240, and now I've got it streaming in 1080. So I'm excited. I fixed one thing, and we're good. Hopefully next week I'll fix even more and be able to actually know that I'm streaming when I actually am. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope that you are well. Today we're going to be talking about makeup at every age because as we get older, our skin changes and there's nothing we can do about it. We can use all the anti-aging products we want and it's going to change, at least to some degree. Maybe if we take care of our skin, we make sure we wash our makeup off, all of those things, we can kind of delay the aging process a bit, but it's coming whether we like it or not, you know what I'm saying? So we need to make sure that we are using products that are best for our skin in its current state. So what I did was I got out some products that I have, but I also pulled up some websites on my phone, some different links with some different opinions on what products are best for what ages. And I figured we would discuss those in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the beautiful people that are scrolling next to me in the live chat. And they're going to give me their opinion on what these articles say. Because me personally, I am 38 years old. My skin, people tell me I look younger than 38 years old, which I am very, very thankful. I went to a casino with Carla in the community and our friend Kiko. We went to a casino, and we were walking in, and the man was like, "You're not 38 years old." And I was like, "Yes, I am." It was like, what? So it was a moment, but even with that, even with my skin not looking as old as maybe someone typically at 38, which I'm very thankful for. I do still have some wrinkles here that I fight against, and I definitely have tried products that accentuate these wrinkles here. It's my least favorite feature on my entire face. It drives me bonkers. I can't stand it. I can see why people, oh, it keeps freezing. Someone says it keeps freezing. I don't know if I can refresh it. It says stream health is good. Hold on a second. Everybody's saying they're having trouble. Okay, hold on a second. I don't know if I can try. Hopefully I don't kill it. All right, hang tight. People are saying they're having trouble with the connection, so let me. Okay, did that help? That's the question. So I apologize if you're watching this on the replay. We're going to make sure that we're good. So, okay, my connectivity. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm hoping that we end up being okay. Because my Wi-Fi connection is way down in the basement. So, well, hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better now. And we're going to kind of keep going, and I'm going to keep an eye on the chat and make sure. So we are going to, like I was saying, we're going to be talking about products for every age. But we're going to start with older, and then we're going to work our way to younger. So, actually, before we do that, I want to say hello to the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the people who are in chat, which I already mentioned. And I'm going to scroll all the way to the top, which is going to be, oh, it looks like it did keep everybody from the very beginning. So the people that were here first, I'm going to say hello. Looks like Lisa was in here first. Hello to Lisa. Good morning. Good morning to Brianna. Good morning to St. Keat. Good morning to Beth at Beauty Hall 411 over, oh, maybe this isn't the, I don't know how far this goes back. Beth at Beauty Hall 411, excellent Instagram channel. Good morning, Shalina. Good morning, Carolyn and Cheryl. Reading Mom, hello. Steph, good morning to you. Jenna, Dreama, I think I got Dreama. Casey, good morning. Teresa, good morning. Autumn and Trish. Megan, Fantastic to have you here, Megan. That girl with curls. What's up, girl? How are you? Good to see you. Saucer Jess, good morning. Rose, good morning. Carrie, I think I already said hi to Trish. Kelly, good morning. And Amy, Amanda, and Gordalicious Pink Doll, good morning. Abby, good morning. Taiki, good morning. Taiki, I'm going to say Taiki. Christy, good morning. Summer, good morning. Beth and Betty Ann. I'm so glad you're doing all right, Betty Ann. I'm so happy to have you back. Betty Ann was having some health problems. I'm so happy Betty Ann is back. Betty Ann has been around forever. She's amazing. So thank you, Betty Ann, for being here. I'm glad that you are back. Noelia, good morning. Liz, good morning. Maisha, good morning. Cassie and Mete maybe. Cheyenne is here. What's up, Cheyenne? Julie in the house. All right, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. If I did not say hello to you, and good morning. I could say hello forever. We're going to just go ahead and keep on rocking. So let's start talking about, we're going to start with the base of the face. We're not going to go into skincare today. We're going to just mostly talk about makeup. And I feel like the biggest factor with aging your skin is the kind of foundation that you use and the kind of powder you use and the kind of concealer you use. That base is so, so important. So I've pulled up some articles here, and we're going to talk about what they say, and then we're going to get the input of the collective brain. So let me go ahead and pull one of these babies up. Hold on, I got all kinds of extra in here. Okay. Okay. My goodness, how many windows do I have open? Do you guys do that where you accidentally leave your windows open forever? And I did not close them. Oh my goodness, where did the articles go? Sorry. What is going on? Sorry, guys. I must have 150 windows open. There we go. This is from Allure magazine, and it is, I'll tell you what it's called. The 10 beauty mistakes that add 10 years to your life. This was written in March 22nd of 2009, but since we're all still aging, even since 2009, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. The first one is thick foundation. It says heavy makeup is a one-way ticket to looking older than you are, says makeup artist Christiane Davis. Choose a sheer foundation or tinted moisturizer such as Laura Mercier's Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20. And after you apply it, press a damp makeup sponge into areas where you have wrinkles to soak up any excess. While the less is more maxim may seem counterintuitive, the more skin you can see, the better, says makeup artist Sandy Linter. As long as it is well hydrated, fresh skin looks much more youthful than an obviously covered complexion. So some of my higher coverage foundations that I use are the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. I have seen that these do seep into my fine lines and make it look crackled on the top. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So what I have to do is I will actually put a makeup sponge in my purse so that I can wet it and redo my forehead. I don't typically bring the foundation with me, but I will re-wet the sponge, and every few hours, I'll almost like people powder their face, I re-wet my forehead so that it's not creasy and cracky. And that happens with both of these foundations, the Estee Lauder Double Wear and the Born This Way. Some ones that I found that do not do that are a little bit better, I'm telling you, this stuff is so amazing, the Garnier BB cream. And it's so inexpensive compared to the Estee Lauder and, the Too Faced. I think that it is, oh man, people are saying it's frozen again. Maybe it's the 1080 that I'm trying to stream with. Maybe I need to bump it down a little bit for next week. Maybe that's it. Okay. Shiseido Future Solution LX is a beautiful foundation, according to Carolyn. She said, for mature ladies. And Holly says, heavy foundation is not great on anyone, in her opinion. And let's see. Krista says, I prefer medium coverage liquid foundation with a powder foundation if I need extra coverage. And Amanda says, I hate the way that full coverage looks on me. Recently, I've just been spot concealing and skipping foundation completely. Carrie says, I absolutely love the Estee Lauder Double Wear, but I mix it with the Clarins Tinted Moisturizer. Try that, Jen. See, that's an excellent idea. So if you want a little less coverage, you can mix it with something that is very light coverage. I didn't pull out any of my tinted moisturizers, but I did pull out my Garnier BB cream. This one's really, really good for that. Carolyn says, I hate feeling cakey. Yeah. Sadie says, my mom, 55, and I, 25, both wear IT Cosmetics CC cream, and we both love it. And I happen to have that right here. The It Cosmetics CC Cream is really, really good. I do enjoy this. Unfortunately, the shade that I have is a little too yellow for my skin, so I do have to mix it, but I have used this. Oh, Wendy says lower the quality, no more freezing. So if you're having trouble with it freezing, definitely bump down your stream to a different quality. So anyway, so the CC cream is really, really good. Really, really like it a lot. I think it's fantastic. Taiki said, Taiki, I'm saying that right. I tried my Garnier BB again, but not until I get a tan. This one is in light medium. This one's perfect for my skin tone. I really like this one a lot. Another one that I really like a lot that doesn't get a lot of love is the Rimmel BB Cream Matte. It's the matte one, 9-in-1 Skin Perfecting Super Makeup. I've had really good luck with this, but I find that with powder, if I powder over top of this, it definitely will sink into my fine lines and crack. So I use this without any powder at all. Or I'll just powder kind of right here, and I'll stay away from anywhere where I have fine lines, under my eyes, on my forehead, things like that. Another one that's kind of a hidden gem is this Clay, C-L-E. It's made by Shiseido. It's the same brand. Shiseido bought them. It's the Radiant Skin CC Cream, Microcapsule Technology, Broad Spectrum, SPF 45, PA+++. This stuff is really good. Goes on super, super, super smooth. It feels amazing. Anna says Dr. Jart BB Cream is great. Has anti-aging properties as well as nice coverage. Has nice coverage and is not cakey. And Sammy says I'm very fair and have trouble finding a BB cream that's light enough. And one thing you can do is if you have something that's very, very light, you can mix it. That's something that I do a lot when I'm trying to get something a little lighter or a little darker is mix it. So if you try to find something that's really, 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 really light and then mix it with your things that are a little bit too dark, and hopefully that helps. Candy says, I don't usually have an issue, but thank you, that helped. Oh, good. I don't know who she was talking to, but I'm glad something helped you. The Agro Mouse says, love it, CC. I'm trying to Clinique even better right now. Nice. Candy says Maybelline Fit Me Dewy. Jen from Indie Kitty says, do you watch April Justin TV? No, I don't. Debbie says It Cosmetics CC Cream will have more shades next year. Nice, Debbie. That's awesome. The iPad, I don't know if you can hear that, but the iPad that I use for the teleprompter for What's Up in Makeup is connected with my husband's phone, so his phone must be ringing, so that's why the iPad is ringing. So I apologize about that if you heard the iPad ringing over there. Let's see. Terry, if the screen keeps freezing, bump down your quality. Hit the little wheel underneath and bump it down and see if that helps. Felicia says I use Cover FX drops to mix. That's a great idea. Jen says I need coverage, so I need to add moisturizer to my foundation to light it up. And that's a really, really good idea to lighten up the coverage of it. So if you do have something that's more full coverage, to add some moisturizer, some plain moisturizer or some tinted moisturizer to it. Amanda says NYX White Foundation Mixer is amazing for lightening foundations. Ooh. Terry Lee, Nifty and Thrifty, check out her YouTube channel. She says, I never put foundation or concealer under my eyes. I put moisturizer under my eyes and blend it with foundation that sits on my cheekbones. That is an excellent tip, Terry Lee. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Candy said it worked to lower the quality. So, yes, let's do that. Kathy says, Jen, does the Clay brand smell like Shiseido? I don't like the smell of Shiseido. You know what? I don't own any Shiseido makeup. I only own their shampoos and stuff, but I can tell you what it smells funky or not. I'll tell you what it smells like. I don't remember it having a scent. Let me see. It does have a scent. It absolutely does. It has a soapy scent. Like a fresh, clean, soapy scent. But it definitely has a scent. Definitely. So hopefully that's helpful. St. Keith says, I love NYX Foundation Mixer. Fantastic. You know, I've never used that. I'll have to try that. What a great tip. This is why I love the collective rate of makeup awesomeness. All right, let's move on to the next part. Now we've talked a little bit about foundations. Hold on, my phone turned off here. Okay. So the next one says, a base that's too light. Foundation that's paler than your natural skin tone exaggerates fine lines. Even if you have ivory skin, you need to go a bit warmer as you get older, says Linter. Switch to a hue that's 1 or 2 shades darker and has luminescent pearls such as Giorgio Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation. A light reflective formula makes the skin look like it's glowing, says Davis. So I think what they're talking about is using a luminizing foundation. Remember, this was written in 2009. It was before the whole luminous trends with the luminous foundations and the highlights going crazy and all of that. So she's talking about using like a more luminous foundation. I don't know if I agree to go 1 to 2 shades darker because you don't want neck face. You know what I'm talking about when I say neck face? When your face is dark and your neck is light, you can see, like when you look at someone straight on, that their neck is a different color than their face. I feel like you really need to match. I mean, maybe it's possible that you don't want something that's too light. I can agree with that, but I don't think going darker than your skin is necessarily a good idea unless you're really going down here, you know, and covering here, because you can put makeup down your neck and have it look like it matches, but you just have to be aware of that. So just be careful with that. So I don't know. I would imagine luminous foundation would look really good on aging skin, skin that's aging more than mine. Just because I feel like a lot of times with aging skin, it ends up looking more matte and you lose that luminosity, and I think that luminous glow really makes you look younger. So I think a luminous foundation sounds like a fantastic idea. KD Reg says, do you have to use concealer? Absolutely not. You do not have to use concealer. You don't have to use any makeup products that you don't feel like you need. I'm feeling like a lot of times face primer with a lot of foundations with my normal skin. I don't need face primer. But I do feel like women with oily skin really benefit from a face primer. I mean, I've talked to my friend Cassie over at Thrift Thick. She will not wear foundation without a primer because it keeps her oil at bay. But for me with my normal skin, I don't feel like I need face primer all of the time. The only reason why I use it is because I do feel like it makes my makeup last longer, and I feel like it's a nice base, like a canvas, almost prepping the canvas for the makeup. So, but I don't feel like I need it as much as like Cassie does for her oily skin. So as far as concealer goes, if you feel like you don't have anything to conceal, you don't need concealer. Don't buy it. You know, I feel like the makeup industry really tries to convince us that we need everything. The skincare industry as well. You know, that we need to buy everything. I mean, I think it's like the whole thing with eye creams. You know, a lot of people will say you don't really need a specific eye cream because the anti-aging benefits and the skincare benefits that are in the eye cream are pretty much exactly the same as what is in a regular anti-aging face cream. Like, why do you need a separate eye cream? It's because it's marketing. Because people know that their skin around their eyes is different than the rest of their skin on their face. So they feel like they need a separate product for that. You know, same thing with a specific neck cream. I mean, your skin is different, but it's all anti-aging. So why do we need to spend $50 on a very small jar when we can spend $50 on a very big tube? You know, or a very big can, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. I am not a skincare expert, but these are some things that I've talked to other people about. So, yeah. So anyway, it looks like the chat is on a little bit of a delay, which does not make me happy because people are still talking about primers. So I'm hoping that we ending up on the same topic. Sadie says MAC Strobe Cream is a great primer option. It's a moisturizer with luminous properties. It feels so good if you have really dry skin. Thank you so much. Nadine says, I feel like I'm missing the boat. I feel like face and eye primers do nothing for me. Eye primers, I definitely feel like do something for me. I feel like it makes my eyeshadow more vibrant and definitely can make it last longer through the day. It just kind of depends on the eyeshadow formula and the primer formula. I feel like some eyeshadows need it more than others. I don't feel like I needed as much eye primer. I know we're off topic. I'll switch back in a second. I don't feel like I need the eye primer as much for Lorac shadows, say, as I do for Tarte and Too Faced. Especially the newer Too Faced palettes, I feel like I really need a primer to make it last longer. But as far as face primer, I don't feel as much need as I do an eye primer. Tabitha, I see your comment. Now is when I'm seeing it. So you'll have to tell me whether that was a delay or not. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about while we're talking about primers is pore filling primers. I do have a couple of them. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer and the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. I know there's other ones besides these, but I have heard that these work very well for some people. These do not work well for me as far as filling in my wrinkles. I feel like when I use something like this, specifically for anti-aging purposes, I feel like as soon as I put on foundation, it takes away any of the pore filling, wrinkle filling effects. I don't have large pores, But as far as the wrinkle filling, it doesn't do anything for me, and it makes me sad because I want it to do something, and it doesn't. They're just silicone-based primers, and if you have a acne-prone skin, you probably don't want to use these anyway, just because they can clog pores. Krista says, I like the Benefit Professional, and that's another one that's just like this. Exactly. Exactly. But anyway, so I'm trying to read the chat too. Holly says, no pore fillers I need. Now, pore fillers I need, my chin has become a problem. So it works for you, even with the putting foundation over top of it. Candy says, I do not like that Miracle Blur. Nope. I don't dislike it. It says, erase the look of wrinkles, lines, and pores. I don't think it does that, at least not for me. But I don't have a problem with it. It's just, I don't think it does what it's supposed to do. Tiffany says, pore fillers cause me to have acne. Yep. Jennifer says, I got a sample of the Hourglass Primer, and I'm hooked. The Soap and Glory Primer is so good, too. Brianna says, Benefit Professional broke me out before I went cruelty-free. I don't notice a huge difference with face primers. There you go. But Teresa says Professional is great for her. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's just one of those things you would just have to try one and try it out and see if it works for you. The Professional is a very popular one, as is this one. The Smashbox makes a bunch of different kinds. The clear one is the one that's the most popular, but this is the pore minimizing one. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but what I'll do real quick is I'll put this on my hand and then see if you can see. Ooh, it's blinking. It's flashing. What in the world? I can see on the replay it's flashing. What is that? I hope that stops. What in the world? Okay, it stopped. No, it didn't. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing this flash that I'm seeing. Okay, I'm going to try this. So here, just in case you guys aren't seeing the flash, right here, and then I'll kind of smooth it on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it blurs those holes in my hands. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can definitely see a difference right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. But it definitely works as far as the short term. Yeah, you guys aren't seeing the flash. Okay, good. I'm glad. There was something weird on the replay because everything's on a delay. I really don't like the system because everything's on a delay. It's on maybe 30 seconds to a minute delay. So I've seen something that had happened like a minute before, and it's very distracting. Okay, so anyway, this works. Let me see. Could you guys see that? Let me see. Maybe. You might have been able to see it. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, everybody's good. Britta, go ahead and bump down your quality because I have it at 1080p. So if it's freezing, go back and bump down your quality. All right, next one is heavy concealer on dark circles. The skin under the eyes gets thinner as we age, making thick cover-up look like concrete. Keep it light. We like Lancome, I don't know how to say that, it's something in French. EFFACERNES, and I can't Google it right now. Waterproof protective under eye concealer. And apply it with a brush. The brush distributes the color more evenly, says Winter, and put it only on dark areas, not the entire under eye. Which you guys know now people are saying to do the triangle. Remember, this is from 2009. People are saying to do the triangle. I don't know how that would affect someone with really severe under eye wrinkles. I just have fine lines here, so I can't really say. I don't know. But I can tell you that the concealer that I'm really loving lately is the Tarte Shape Tape. I've really, really been enjoying this, and I have been putting it all over. I haven't seen creasing with this, and I don't know what it is about different concealers that some crease and some don't. After I'm doing like a liquid lipstick analysis right now where I'm trying to find what is the drying thing that's in liquid lipstick formulas, so we can all like go to a liquid lipstick formula and see whether it's going to be drying or whether it's going to be hydrating. What's the difference between those two formulas? So that's kind of what I'm working on now, but I think maybe concealer might be a good one to do next as far as which concealers crease, which ones don't, and why. Trying to find those common things in the concealer formulas that will crease underneath the eye. Dreama says, I love the Shape Tape, nice. Candy says the triangle thing really helps lift my face. And Fazia says, Faiza, I hate that I can't say it right. Faiza says, but it doesn't keep it light, contradicted on purpose. Would not cover up anything. it wouldn't, but doesn't keeping it light contradict its purpose, wouldn't cover up anything. There we go. Sorry, that was me, not you. I think that they're just saying don't use more than you actually need. Kind of like we were talking about, do you need to buy concealer? Oops, sorry. Turn off the sound. Do you need to buy concealer? Not necessarily, if you don't need it. So if you don't need the concealer, then you should keep it light. But if you do, then I guess you would have to kind of put it on a little bit heavier. I don't know. Claudette says, Wayne Goss says, eye skin is the same as the rest. Don't need a special concealer. Does he really? I don't know if I agree with that, because if you can feel it, I mean, I guess essentially it's made of the same things, but you can feel the difference. Like when I move from here to here, I can feel the difference in the way my skin feels. Take a second and touch your skin on your cheeks and then touch right under your eyes. It feels different. And then the same thing on your lids. It feels the same thing under here as here. And then if you move over here, it feels different. It's definitely more firm here, and this feels very thin and soft here. So I don't know if I agree with that. That's very weird, Claudette. I don't know about that. I guess essentially in the end, they're all the same. Whitney says, also exfoliate, yes. Julie says, Shape Tape doesn't work well on my 52-year-old eyes, at least not with a setting powder. And I think that's one thing that we should really be careful of as we age, is using the setting powders, especially since the luminous thing is very trendy right now. You don't necessarily need a setting powder at this point. Britta says, I love concealer. I couldn't live without it. Terry Lee says, some people go way too light in their triangles and it is off-putting to me. Yes, some people do. I agree. Candy says, it's just because you have less fat and muscle underneath, Jen. And I would imagine that would probably be true. But at the same time, I feel like we need to treat the skin that's thinner, that feels thinner, differently than the skin that has the more fat underneath. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just, I don't know. It's just kind of the way that I feel about it. I don't know. Candy, what do you think? I would love to know what you think. Amanda, eye skin is definitely thinner than the rest. Yeah, I mean, and I think that what Candy's saying is there isn't as much underneath to make it puffy, you know? And then if you notice, as you get older, your skin thins out. Like my grandma, God bless her, she's in her late 80s. And her skin is just so thin. So thin. Terry says, Shape Tape, no setting. Toby says, setting powder makes wrinkles worse. Britta says, baking makes my concealer crease so much. I think baking was invented by the 20-year-olds. No, it was invented by makeup artists. But I feel like it's perpetuated on Instagram by people that are much younger than I. So that's just my opinion. I feel like it's not really meant for people that are older, but I don't know. But like, I know that Tati bakes, but Tati's skin's amazing. Tati's a little younger than me, I think, anyway, but still. Taiki says, I think it's both. They're more careful with steroid use around the eyes because topical can cause further skin thinning. Oh, well, that's interesting. And Dreama says, I set my Shape Tape with Bare Minerals translucent powder. I'm 44 and it looks so much better. Interesting. I really like Bare Minerals. I have been loving Bare Minerals lately. I don't know what is up with their products, but it's been like, oh, yeah, like Too Faced is like going down in my eyes, and Bare Minerals is going up. I don't know what's happening lately. Cheyenne says, I'm 20 and baking looks terrible on me. Well, there you go. And Dreama says the same thing. No baking, not 20. Erin says, baking makes me look 20 years older. Britta says, oops, I'm only 28. Terry Lee says, I don't use setting powder under my eyes, just a brightener. Baking under the eyes for mature skin is a big no-no. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next thing. It's 10:30 and we haven't even gotten to younger skin yet. I want to talk a little bit about acne-prone skin in a minute. Okay, here, this is what we were just talking about. Face powder on top of lines. Powder is fine for reducing shine on the nose and chin, but on other parts of the face it exaggerates wrinkles and can make mature skin look too dry, says Linter. The only time Linter does powder on clients over 40 is when she knows they're being professionally photographed. A loose translucent formula does help cut glare, but even then, an unbreakable rule still applies. Avoid the eye area completely. Isn't that interesting? Okay, this is an interesting one. Blush on the apples of the cheeks is a big no-no, according to this article, for older skin. It says it draws attention to sagging skin. Instead, apply color on the highest point of your cheekbones, not too close to the nose, and lift it upward with a brush that's large enough to cover the whole cheekbone. Skip the drama queen shades. Colors like wine and cinema Cinnamon will only make you look gaunt if you're thin and clownish if you're not, says Linter. A neutral rose color flatters all skin tones and really brightens things up. So isn't that interesting? Fozzie says, I'm 18. It's coming for you, girlfriend. It's coming for all of us. Amber says, I feel like Makeup Anonymous meeting or something. Hi, everyone. I'm 18 years old. I've been bake-free for a while now. Oh, you are so funny. Amanda says, Kat Smith, you can use different primers foundation on your oily and dry parts of your face. That's true. That's very true. So Amber and Fazia can, like, bond up. All right. So anyway, I think that that's very true. I mean, I feel like anybody, well, except for Emily Noel 83, who seems to look gorgeous with lots of blush on the front of her face. I don't know. I guess it's because she's got those cute little apples right here. But I feel like, at least on me, I like the blush further back, and then I'll apply it kind of like a contour, and I'll apply it this way so that the most product is in the back rather than the front. But it just kind of depends on what I'm going for. If I'm filming, I'll go front to back. But if I want something more subtle and neutral, a lot of times I'll go this way instead so that I don't end up with too much product in the front. That's just me personally as far as blush. And I think definitely with those bright colors, like I noticed that, looking at women who are a little bit older, when there's a bright blush applied, it almost looks like, trying to be 1980s almost. You know what I mean? Like with that bright pink blush. I do feel like a more natural tone looks better on older women. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot to say as far as blush goes. Does anybody in the collective brain have anything to say about blush? Sarah says, check out Marnie from Miss Goldberg. Gold Girl. Great 40-something YouTuber. That's true. Takai says, lots of people age different. All these rules seem unnecessary. Depends on your bone. On your bone structure and how full your cheeks are. Agreed. Terry says, there's too many do's and don'ts. Ugh, basically just do what you want. Jenna says, I put it right above my contour lightly. Yes. Trish says, my apples have dropped to the ground. Oh, I'm sorry, your apples fell. Carolyn says, no blush on the apples of the cheek from me, ever. And Terry Lee, hold on, I lost it. There's lots of comments on here. Agree on the blush advice. Catnip, Hellcat says, what's your opinion on draping, contouring with blush? No, I don't like it. I think it looks weird. Unless, some people it looks good, but I think that's very, I don't know. It's not something I think looks good on me. I think you just have to try it and see if it looks good on your personal face, Betty Ann says, why did they call it the apple of the cheek? No apples here. I don't know. I guess because it's round, like an apple a little bit. I don't know. Sherry says, almost, yes, me too, almost in the contour area just above it. I have high Native American cheekbones, so I don't really have apples too. Kathy says, I agree, Jen. I do blush the same way as you. Elise says, but the 80s are rad. I totally agree. Exactly that word, too. Rad. All right, I'm going to scroll down a bit. Tina says, I like to mix my blush and bronzer. Yeah, that's a great idea, too. Callie, I'm going to say Callie. I've got squirrel cheeks, no apples for me. Tiffany Dawn says, I love draping. Fantastic. And she's about my age. We're about the same age. And she's got skin tone about the same as me, and she's blonde. Jennifer says, neutral blush is your friend. Agreed. Jazzy says, good morning from San Diego. Good morning to you. Let's see. Okay. Draping for editorial pics, Gigi says. Interesting. That's a smart idea. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. Erin says, I haven't been able to find a blush that lasts more than 2 hours. Really? Oh my goodness. Have you tried the balm ones? The in-stain ones? Those are amazing. All right, let's move on to the next thing because it's already 10:38, and we haven't even gotten to the young people yet. All right, next one, lipstick that migrates. Here we go. Your natural lip line can begin to fade as you age, which makes lipstick prone to bleeding and feathering. Tracing it with one of the new clear lip liners can help the color stay put. I think we can all agree with that. That one we don't really need to spend a whole lot of time on because I think that lip liners is definitely a must as we get older and our lip line starts fading a little bit and the wrinkles start coming right here. It says major lipstick. This is an interesting one. Bright colors, dark shades, and anything metallic or iridescent are too heavy for thinning lips. Instead, choose a neutral rose shade and consider switching from a lipstick to a sheer gloss. It will give you more fullness, which I think is very interesting too. I don't know if I can see what they're saying as far as staying away from dark shades, but I've seen dark shades look beautiful on older women. beautiful. And I can see about the gloss, that the gloss does make your lips look more full. So yeah, yeah, I can see that. Makes me a little sad though, because dark shades are so beautiful on older women sometimes, you know? Claudette says the Too Faced lip liner is great. And then Elise says, I stick to nude lip colors for the most part. I just can't wait. I just can't wear brights and bolds anymore. Aww, makes me sad. Zakai says, I am 29 and mine already feather. So weird. Dreama says, NYX lip liners are it. Nice. And Trilina says, oh, I love dark lipstick. Me too. Elise says, and never wear matte liquid matte lipstick. I would imagine that as you get more lines, the liquid matte ones, the ones that dry down really flat, like the Kat Von D, the ColourPop, the Anastasia, that those would crackle. I would imagine that would not be good. Amanda says, I have thinner lips and dark shades make them look even smaller, but I wear them anyway. Valerie says, Jen, sometimes I forget your actual age because you have such a youthful personality. I always think you're my age, 26. Thanks, Valerie! That's awesome. Thank you. I think it's from being around children so much for so long. And I don't feel like I'm my age. I feel like I must have miscounted somewhere. Like, I think about that all the time. Like, I must have miscounted. Like, I don't feel like I'm 38. And I'm sure I'm going to feel like this forever because you still see through the same eyes, whether you're, 18 or 28 or 38, you're still looking through the same eyes, you have to remember this was in 2009. Agreed, Jackie. Agreed. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's go on to the next one. Mascara on the lower lashes, they say. It highlights crow's feet and dark circles, and it just generally looks bad. I don't know about that. Coat your top lashes with the blackest black mascara you can find. That I agree with. It will make the whites of your eyes look clearer and whiter, Linter says. It's also best to avoid super thick formulas that don't separate easily. Okay, lashes get drier as we age, making mascara more likely to clump and fall on your face. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that. And it says, try CoverGirl Lash Exact Mascara or Lancome Defensel's High Definition Mascara. And don't forget your curler. Curling your lashes is the easiest thing you can do to make your eyes look bigger and therefore younger. And we do want bigger, like they say that we are naturally attracted to bigger eyes because of babies. Like babies are like made like biologically with bigger eyes because we go, oh, they're so cute. And that's why Tweety Bird was made with big eyes, things like that. So the bigger that your eyes are, the cuter the brain thinks that you are. So the bigger we can make our eyes look, the more youthful is kind of the theory behind this. Is it 100% true all the time? No, absolutely not. But that's kind of the biology. So I definitely agree with the black lashes making the whites of your eyes look clearer and whiter, but I don't know about the whole not putting on the bottom. I'm not quite sure about that. I think that would just depend on the individual person. Rose says Tarte's curler is the best. Michelle says, no way, I couldn't wear mascara on the bottom of my lashes. Really? I think it just depends on the look you're going for. Toby says, no, I use mascara on my lower lashes, makes my eyes look big and curly, and big, and a curler. Debbie says, my eyes are so deep set that I don't curl. Guy says, kittens and babies. Yes, exactly. Patty says, I turned 50 this year and just started doing my top lashes. Beauty Next Door says she disagrees. It really does make a difference for me. Yeah, oh, absolutely. If you've never worn mascara, try it. Just try it. Go to the drugstore, pick up an Essence mascara from Ulta. They're like $3, or a Jordana mascara, like $3. Those are the best inexpensive mascara. Essence and Jordana. Pick one of those up. Try it out. Amazing. Also, I've heard good things about the Supersizer. What is that? CoverGirl? Maybelline? The Supersizer. I don't own it, but I've heard great things about that one. The Maybelline Lash Sensational in the pink tube. Amazing. Try one of those. And just don't put any other makeup on and just put on that mascara and see the big difference that it makes. Even if you have little tiny short sparse lashes like I do, like try it. I'm telling you, it will make a huge, huge difference. Candy says my lashes are so blonde they look non-existent if I leave it off. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. I feel bad. Okay, wait, here we go. Eyeliner on the lower lashes. All that does is make your eyes look smaller and draw attention to dark circles. Stick to the upper lids and make the line thicker toward the outer corners where the eyes have a tendency to droop as we age. Okay, I'm kind of with that. I feel like on the lower lashes, it's sometimes more flattering to do eyeshadow. So what I'll do is if I do a neutral look, I'll put the brown, the deepest brown from the neutral look, I'll put it just on the outer corner. And then I'll take like a medium brown from the look and I'll kind of put it in the middle. And then I'll take the lightest shade that maybe I used as a highlighter or brow bone and put that on the inner corner. I definitely agree that lower lash eyeliner on the bottom can really look weird on a lot of people. It looks gorgeous on some people, but I feel like the majority of people, lower lash liner looks really bad. And that's just my opinion. So I don't know, that's just the way that I feel. Jenny says use a subtle shadow on the lower lashes. Yes, exactly. You don't. I feel like putting something on the lower lashes. I feel like looks really good because it kind of balances out the look. Because I feel like leaving it bare can sometimes make you look unbalanced. At least for me, I feel like I'm unbalanced without my lower lash being done. But you can definitely do some kind of color, even if it's a lighter color on the lower lash line. You can also do tight lining the lower lids. But 3/4 of the way, yes. You can also do a brightener down on the bottom. You can do like the dark brown, and then take a cream colored or a light colored eyeliner, and then put that in your waterline. Something that's close to your, I shouldn't say cream because not everybody's my shade, but a color that is close, maybe a little bit lighter than your natural skin tone. Putting that in your waterline will brighten up your eyes, and then when you put the eyeshadow on the lower lash line, it'll make it so your eyes don't look as small. It'll open them up. So yeah, so there you go. That's my opinion about that. Brianna says, I agree, Jen. I feel unbalanced. Exactly. Beauty Next Door says, am I the only one that cannot apply eyeliner to my lower lashes? I've been putting eyeliner on my lower lashes since I was 13. It was the first makeup product that I ever used. And that was all I did, was I just put eyeliner on my lower lashes, and that was it. That was my whole makeup look. Then eventually I added mascara and blush. That was next. But I didn't start wearing foundation until I was like 16. But anyway, I didn't even think I wore much foundation when I was in high school. That whole high school tag with makeup I wore in high school, I don't even remember what I did. Like, honestly, I have no idea. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I think this is the last one. This is last flattering and keeps eye makeup from looking too stark, but at the outer corners it magnifies every fine line, restricts sparkle and shimmer to the inner corners and the centers of the lids and just on the brow bones. I feel like it's wherever you don't have wrinkles is where the shimmer needs to go. But I also feel like the most important thing with eyeshadow as we get older is to balance it out with mattes. So for example, like I brought out this, okay, my Naked palette. So if you're younger, you know, using one matte in the crease and then the rest shimmers is probably going to look great. But as you're getting older, you may want like kind of do an all matte look and then just pop a little bit of sparkle wherever you want to. So like maybe using Naked, Buck. Actually, this may not be the best one because there's only 2 mattes in here. Hold on a second. Let me find one that has more mattes. Does this have more mattes? No. I thought these had more mattes in them. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So Too Faced Chocolate Bar. So maybe popping milk chocolate up in the crease, maybe a little bit of white chocolate kind of all over, and then the outer quarter with some salted caramel, or even this all over the lid, salted caramel all over the lid, and semi-sweet to deepen up the outer corner, and maybe even triple fudge to deepen it up even more. And then popping a little creme brulee just right in the center, or a little bit of marzipan right in the center, or putting a little bit of champagne truffle right in the inner corner, just to add a little bit of interesting sparkle and shine. But I agree, staying away from where you have any crow's feet or anything is a good idea for aging lids. But that's just kind of my opinion. What I plan on doing as I get more wrinkles on my lids is kind of just minimizing, you know, do an all matte look and then just put a little bit of shimmer somewhere, wherever you like. Eat Your Soul says, I love sparkle too much to ever give it up. I'm totally with you. Oh, Steph says she missed half the chat. Oops. It's okay, Steph. I still love you. Mwah. Let's see. Terry Lee says, you know what I'm going to say. I love my shimmer no matter what. And I think that you need to do you, especially when it comes to eyeshadow, because I feel like eyeshadow is a place where we can all really express our creativity. And I feel like it's one of those things where you should do what makes you happy, and if sparkle and shine makes you happy, you should do it. I mean, I feel like all of these rules are all about what makes you comfortable and happy. It's just tips. You take the ones you like, you throw away the ones you don't. You know, that's just the way that, you know, I feel about it. I think you should do what you like, what you enjoy. Aspen says, my eyes are crepey in my inner corner, so I have to stay with matte there. See, there you go. Everybody's different. Felicia says, I just got my first wrinkle on my eyelid. I'm 32, almost 33, and it messes with my eyeshadow. Michelle says, even with my eyes starting to age, I can't resist sparkle shadows. Those are my thing. I know. I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. Okay, let's move on to acne-prone skin. So younger skin, acne-prone. Because we only have, we're going to stay on 15 more minutes. We're going to stay until 5 after since I came on a few minutes late. Okay, let's go to a different article. So again, that was allure.com. And the article is called The 10 Beauty Mistakes That Add 10 Years. All right, let's go on to, here we go. The 10 Best Foundations for Acne-Prone Skin. This was done April 21st, 2016. So this one's a little bit better. Okay, they're recommending for acne-prone skin the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Liquid Makeup. It says the oil-free foundation contains salicylic acid to kill acne-causing bacteria and help control breakouts while delivering a smooth, lightweight layer of color. It says $14.09. That's kind of a strange price. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It says it's a medium coverage foundation that feels velvety smooth on your skin. This pick won't sink into fine lines or highlight inflamed pores. It also eliminates afternoon shine so you can throw away that wad of blotting papers littering the bottom of your purse. I don't know if it eliminates afternoon shine. I've heard that it only lasts so long and you do need to blot depending on your amount of oily skin. Krista says, girl, I've been nursing home with my shimmer, shadow, and highlight. Yeah, you'll be at a nursing home for your shimmer, shadow, and highlight. Do it, girlfriend. Do it! Terry Lee says, I have hooded eyes and I use glitter primer before my shimmer shadows prevent it from transferring to my hoods. Ooh, Terry Lee, you're amazing. Fozzie says, acne-prone women unite. I'm with y'all. Jenna says, if you exfoliate too much, you will break out. I made that mistake recently. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how you guys feel about the Maybelline foundation or the Neutrogena foundation. They also recommend the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. That's another one. I find it to be very, very similar to the Maybelline in formula. Very similar. Megan says, thanks everyone. Glad to be here. I love your channel, Jen. Oh, thank you, Megan. Kimberly says, I still wear shimmer, but just not all over my lid anymore because it looks funny with my hooded eyes. Gotcha. Hot and Flashy reviewed the Fit Me Matte, Candy says. Catnip Hellcat says, I love e.l.f. I like the e.l.f. stick that they did. I think they discontinued it. I think it's going to be gone. Anna says, Clean Matte BB by CoverGirl is the oily skin girl's BFF. Fantastic. L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Consider this foundation for show-offs. The formula, even the Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup. Aspen says, acne prone here. Fiona Styles matte and pro matte mix have been good for her skin. And Anna says, what foundation do you recommend for rosacea? Kind of want to try Bye Bye Redness. I've heard wonderful things about the Bye Bye Redness. My friend Laura over at Mrs. Lola Lynn swears by it. Anna says, I've never seen e.l.f. glitter primer. I need it. Valerie says, let me just say this. Acne-prone skin does not mean we don't take care of our skin. If I want makeup advice, a lot of people will give me skincare advice as if I don't do that already. And that is so, so, so true. People can be so judgy about acne-prone skin that if you have acne-prone skin, you don't wash your face, and that is absolutely ridiculous. It is a 100% myth. It has nothing to do with that. It's a lot of genetics. It's a lot of genetics. And a lot of women with acne-prone skin, there's nothing. I mean, the skincare can help, but I mean, there's only so much. There's only so much. A lot of it is, and it's definitely not having to be dirty. It's just a lot of genetics is what it comes down to. Krista says, Bye Bye Redness with the Kat Von D White Concealer is a great combination for us fair ladies. God, Grandma for life, Candy says. Oh, it's Jenna's birthday. Happy birthday, Jenna. All right. Cheryl says, number 7, Lift and Illuminate is very good. I've been trying it for this week, and I've gotten some nice compliments. Look into that one, Terry Lee. Okay, I don't know what she was looking for. Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup. Smooth a thin layer over your skin and watch redness and enlarged pores practically disappear as you blend. Yep, it's basically a real-life Instagram filter. See, they're really building these things up. Oh, no, real-life Instagram filter. All right, they're talking about the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions Instant Perfecting Makeup. And it's salicylic acid. There you go. Salicylic. acid infused formula comes in an array of shades ranging from ivory to espresso, so you won't need to sacrifice natural looking color match for acne busting benefits. They also recommend the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation, which is the one that I had here. Where did it go? This one right here. Let's see. Elf Acne Fighting Foundation. You guys were talking about Elf. Here we go. It says it also has the salicylic acid, witch hazel, and tea tree oil, and aloe. Interesting. Very interesting. Steph says, I hate Instagram now. I hate the algorithm, so I missed most of the recent posts. It's driving me nuts, too. Driving me nuts. They say the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. I've heard great things about that one. It says, with a medium to full coverage finish, this liquid foundation completely camouflages pores completely, blemishes, and fine lines, and this formula is still hydrating enough that it won't feel like chalk on your face. Best of all, it comes in 40 shades. See, when it says completely covers up that stuff, that's BS. I'm sorry, that's BS. There's no way it completely covers up texture. You can't cover up texture with a foundation unless it's got some kind of magical crease filling craziness. I don't know. Not completely. You can say minimize. You can say completely. All right, Smashbox Liquid Halo HD, they're saying. Oh, that's the last one. That's the last one there. So, yes. Okay, I'm going to click on that one for the next article. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Krista says, my mom told me that I couldn't wear blush unless it was lighter than my skin tone. Boy, did I go on a makeup rant with her. That doesn't even make any sense. That's so strange. Your skin is meant to have pores. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I agree. Trelina says, so I'm 40 and I have super oily skin, acne prone, a whole bit. I don't wash my face with cleanser in the morning. Only at night I just splash lukewarm water on it. On my face. And then, where's the rest of it? Oh no, it cut her off. Christy says, my perimenopausal hormones are making my skin crazy, but Dermalogica is changing the game for me. Jenna says, Dove Beauty Bar, always. Sadie says, some Murad products have cinnamon bark in it and was just irritating my boyfriend's face, just FYI. Oh my goodness. Jenny says, mineral makeup I found covered cystic acne the best. Interesting. Tiffany says, unless it's putty, that's the only way to completely cover. Yeah, I know. I don't get that. Shelly says, nothing will completely cover my sister's acne scars. Nothing's going to happen. You know what? I had a friend who had really, really bad acne scars, and she swore by the Benefit Erase Paste. And it really did help her a lot with her acne scarring. I did her makeup for her wedding, and it really made a huge difference. So have her try that one out. All right, so one thing I want to talk about before we end was highlighter, because I feel like highlighter is something that makes a big difference for younger and older skin. Let me put this down. I feel like highlighter is something we definitely need to touch on before we head out. So, in the comments of my videos, a lot of the community always talks about how I can't use a pop-in highlight if I have textured skin. And I feel like that's true. I feel, not that you can't, but that it's something that will accentuate any texture. So large pores, wrinkles, fine lines, things like that. So I just want to recommend some for people who don't have highlight. I want to recommend some for people who do have textured skin and people that don't have textured skin. So for people that don't have textured skin, this of course isn't available anymore, but the Becca formula is really good for that pop-in highlights. Really, really pop-in. Let me do a couple of swatches for you so we can see the difference between these really glowy ones and the ones that aren't so glowy. So this is really good for that. Also, the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter. This is in Sin. This one is definitely more powdery than the Becca. I can feel the grit in it more than the Becca. Becca is more smooth. I wouldn't be surprised if there's dimethicone in that Becca. But there's the Urban Decay Sin. That's another really shiny one. And of course, I have to break out Mary Lou. So these are my favorite. I'm not worried about my skin texture showing through highlights. Those are my favorites. Now let me get my towel here. Okay. Now for ones that do not accentuate fine lines, the Hourglass, this one here. I've heard really bad things about the Holiday Hourglass products, so you may want to just go with the original. because the original is really good. My friend Susan over at Susan W., who's our QVC reporter, she swears by all Hourglass products. And she's probably, I don't want to say how old she is, because she may not want me to. But I'll show you the difference. So you can see these bottom three here are the Hourglass, and you can see the difference between the shine. This is just a very subtle shine. Valerie says, Anastasia, highlighters are amazing for textured skin. Are they really? I wore one yesterday and could not stop looking at my cheeks. Really? I am surprised, because they are very, very shiny. I actually brought over this one as well. I'll put these on the bottom. This is the Glow Kit in Gleam. And we'll put these maybe over, dropping it, kind of over here. So those lines on the top and bottom are the Anastasia. I'm very surprised. This one here is a little less poppy as far as the highlight, but the rest of them are pretty shiny. That's very interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. Ezra says, weirdly, I find that liquid highlights look way better on textured skin. Interesting. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. Cheryl says, I'm 57 with some texture, but they will have to bury me with my Mary Lou. Get it, girl. All right, I recently reviewed this Fiona Styles palette. This was not a sponsored video, but they did send this to me for review. This is another one that I really liked for people that don't have as much texture. We're just going to keep this going down the arm here. See how it's similar to the Hourglass as far as the shine to it? Rena says, even Moonchild looks pretty good on my textured skin. I was shocked. I'm surprised too. Moonchild is, oh wait, this isn't Moonchild. Oh no, I don't have that one. I thought I did, but I don't. I don't have that one. Takai says, glad to know it's not just me. Most highlighters look like bronzers on me. Okay. Fazia says, Crystal, yes, the highlight is the best. It's so affordable. Oh, I wish it was one. Anna says, St. Keats says, I use a L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer as a liquid highlighter. Interesting. Candy says, It Cosmetics is great. Terry Lee says, placement is key for highlighter, and on textured skin, making sure you don't put it directly on your fine lines. I use it just below the textured area, and it works for me anyway. Yes. You definitely want to stay away from the under eye for the highlight. You want to try to keep it here. And worst case, if you have some texture here, kind of put it over on the sides here. I think we forget about the side of our face because we look at ourselves straight on. So I think sometimes it's easy to neglect over here because we're not looking directly at it. The other one I wanted to recommend, was there another one? Or was that it? I think that was it. Yes, that was it for the, and the e.l.f. one. Let me get my e.l.f. one. Hold on, it's right here. Alright, that's the bronzer. They all look the same on the outside. Where is it? Oh no! I don't want to keep you waiting. I don't know where it is. That makes me sad. What happened to it? Oh. It's probably in a bag somewhere. Because I keep everything separate when I make a video. I keep everything together. And I might not have unpacked that one. So sorry about that. But the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette as well. Definitely. Oh, thank you so much for getting the troll tab. Appreciate it. Alright. Is there anything else we wanted to chat about? Loose powders. I didn't put these up. This is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil and the Besame Translucent. These are my favorite loose powders, but definitely be careful around those fine lines and wrinkles with these because it will accentuate. Definitely. I do have the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This doesn't really do anything for me because I don't have large pores, but I've heard good things about it, so I wanted to mention that. Catnip Hellcat says, I love the e.l.f. highlighter palette. Best dupe for the Hourglass. Totally agree. Totally agree. Fazia says, my name is like number 5 with a za. Fiveza. Thank you so much. I don't want to say it wrong. Fiza. Thank you. Hey, do me a favor. Next time you come into chat, remind me so I don't mess it up. Okay? Please, please, please. Fiza. Please, please, please. I don't want to say Fazia over and over, and that's wrong. Jenny says, the By Terry Hyaluronic Powder is kind of amazing. Great. Nadine says the Charlotte Tilbury Duo Bronzer and the highlighter palette has an amazing highlighter, is an amazing highlighter for textured skin. That's awesome. Krista says, I like the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. Nice, 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 nice. Fazia. Got it. Let's see, anything else you guys want to talk about? La Mer Loose Powder, Toby says. Nadine says the Coty air spun. I've heard here and there about that. Catnip Hellcat, the air spun loose powder smells too weird and it doesn't help with setting my makeup at all. See, I've heard good things and I've heard bad things. And Nadine says she loves it. It's interesting, you guys were right next to each other. Cheryl says I use the diffuse light in the single. Diffuse light is, I don't have diffuse light. Should I tell Jen that my name is Carmen? Yes, please. So I don't keep saying something that isn't even. Yeah, it's Carmen. Make sure you tell me these things when you come into chat and you know that I'm going to butcher your name. Just spell it out phonetically for me and I will try my best to get it right. Betty Ann says I would love the air spun but can't find it around here in Alberta, Canada. Aww. Can you order it online? You should be able to order it. Tina says It Cosmetics. Ooh, I missed it. It Cosmetics Loose Bye Bye Pores is better for my pores. Nice. Kmart has Coty. Jenna says. St. Keith says, Luxie and Celestial is the soft duochrome in silver and gold. It looks so beautiful on fair skin and surprisingly wearable. She also has 2 spot-on dupes for the Pat McGrath highlights. Interesting, really. I really like my Pat McGrath highlight. My friend Nancy sent it to me. I got the gold one. She did not like the one that she got, so she sent me the gold one, and I really like it. That's what I was wearing. What video did I put that on recently? The La Rock, I think. I'm wearing. I think it's the La Rock video. I'm wearing that in that. All right, guys, it is 11:05. I'm taking my kids to the Halloween store to get Halloween costumes because that's what we need to do because it's getting close to Halloween and they don't have costumes yet. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it a lot. You guys are amazing. It was a lot of fun. Suggestions for next week's chat, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'm not sure what we're going to be chatting about next week. I'm sure we'll figure something out because there's always something to talk about. So I want to thank you again for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I love you guys. If you want to keep chatting, go head over to the Facebook group. We've gained over 1,000 new members in the past month and a half. And it's a pretty amazing little group over there. Really nice people. And it's pretty awesome. So definitely head over there if you want to keep chatting. And if you want to know what's on my face and what's up in makeup today, you can go to the website, whatsupinmakeup.com. There's also there's a video there and also the where to buy page, so you can see where to buy all the products from the show. Nice, easy, clickable links. So thanks again so much for watching, and I'm going to see if I can, yes. All right. Mad love to my friends. I'll see you in a video soon.